Thank you for stopping by Mind Drops, where my mind's drops get out. All right, so yeah, I'm trying to. I got quite a few left to do, but I'm getting there. Got a buddy that's doing the Black Templars, and I'm doing the Tau. Found one of my heads on a stick. Didn't realize it was there. Since I already did one of these once, it's not going to be too hard to do. I probably won't have to look at the directions. But I know this time I'm going to do the strike, because I did the breachers last time. And I think I did. Yeah. Yeah. These guys got like the longer gun. I think I maybe do one of each, maybe, for the gun. I don't know yet. Still kind of deciding. I don't think it really matters, like, what I have for the weapons on, does it? Either way. I'm gonna add them soon. I thought maybe since I have the magnets, maybe I'd do the magnets on the rocket thing. I mean, I could probably do it on arms too, but I think it'd be too hard to do it for the guns since there's the one gun. And these guys are too little for that. And the drones, I still don't know. There's so many drones already. Oh, thanks. I'm still new at this whole thing. Kind of just getting into it. Can't wait to start painting. I was painting quite a few minis for D&D, so it's gonna be more fun at that point. But since it says the drones are first thing, so I'm gonna do that. I think this one. I thought maybe doing them with the shield guy, because I haven't. It's just kind of lame. These guys are going to do a strike team, so if it goes by what they're carrying, if we play that way, they can mark it much better. I don't think I have a marker in there. I have to figure out if I want to use that. Hey, Alaska! Whoa, way. Cool. I'm from Wisconsin. How's the weather? I like cleaning them up pretty good too, so I don't have to worry about when I go to clean. I know, it's kind of small. Not really doesn't matter, but I'm getting kind of last. Does it sound alright and everything? I'm not doing any like headphones or anything. I do have some music playing that I made a while back. Seems to not be too loud. Weather's cold. Yeah, cheese, man. I actually worked in a cheese plant for 11 years. And I ate cheese so much. There's now I don't work with cheese and I still crave it every once in a while. I actually kind of have cheese in my lunch every day still, cottage cheese or some sort. It's kind of weird. 1,000 Suns. Yeah, I'm like doing the whole Tau army. I have like enough for 2,000 points right now, and I'm like 800 into it, 700 into it, I think. So I don't even know if I'm that far. I might be like, yeah, probably about 700 in combat patrol, squad, a guy, and a commander. Is that what it was? Oh no, stealth suits. I did stealth suits. I did this. Another squad for Pathfinders, and now I'm doing a strike team. And then I have a crisis suit sitting right here. I have another one of these too. And then the like Christmas pack thing that came out. Alright, thanks about the volume. It's hard to get it figured out and dialed in. But I also like to clean up these guys quite a bit because they're kind of, I feel like they're kind of a cleaner army. Thousand Suns, huh? Yeah, I'm still learning some of the lore and stuff. I've kind of been getting into it, listening to some videos, but there's so many different groups. It still blows me away at times how much is there, how far it's gone. I never really decided to play it. Try. What are those ones for? I got the wrong ones. Oh, I did. That's for the other one. That's for the. I don't want to use that one. The marker. We got one of the markers, and then there's the other one, 91 and 92. I didn't know I used to make 2 of those. Maybe I did last time. Kind of like looking forward to actually like playing the game too, because I've been playing D&D for like a year and a half or so, and kind of just want to change. Something that's a little bit more just only a couple people play. Sometimes it feels like a scavenger hunt. So find some of these pieces. But I guess the scavenger hunt's part of it. This guy. What's that? Oh, cool. I like walkers and stuff. Guys got power shoes. It's kind of cool. to do model making stuff when I was a kid, so it's kind of like intrigues me some. Being able to do models again. Just that part of it. Alright. So I clean it up a little bit. Glue them together and we can get on with the rest of it. Files from our dollar store. Yeah, like that's pretty good. Like drop and stuff. Voices in one speaker, huh? It is only on one mic. Huh, I don't know. It is only being recorded through one channel. So I don't know if that's part of it. I have it on a audio interface. Curious if that's why. I haven't been on my streaming thing in a while. I was doing sculpting for a while, maybe about a year and a half or so. To look into that a little bit and see if that's the reason why it's only one speaker. Is the music in two speakers? Turn that down, maybe that might help. Turn this down. Huh. Maybe that's a little better. I don't know. And if the music is a little annoying, I could always turn it down a little bit. I just have it on there because I can never find anything to play on YouTube that's going to allow me not to get a copyright strike. So for a while I was jamming out on Machine. I decided to take some of my music I had on SoundCloud and put it on my stream so I don't have to worry about it. I know a lot of these things you probably won't see being so small, but I think when I go to paint this stuff, you can kind of see the edges pretty good. Because I know when you're doing a D&D figures, you can see a lot of stuff on them. And these guys are so damn small. And sometimes they got like a really strong like mold line on parts of them, especially being like a robot. I almost feel like you should take the time. You know? I don't know if you guys do. It's on mono, so I'll have to look into that next time I go through my settings. I know, like, I'm gonna have to go to the audio interface and actually see how it's sending it back out. I don't think I can update anything in there because it's a discontinued one. I have a different one in my other room. It's I know today we just did like a little run around looking for stuff because I need to get crisis suits. I didn't really want to order them, but I mean I probably could have. And my buddy had a couple things he wanted to get, so we just went and did all of it at one time. Kind of fun going on a hunt too. I'm kind of like to be in and down a little bit. And plastic glue is so much better than super glue. Oh my. The first one I did, I was messing around with the super glue and my fingers got so full of glue. Wow. Not what I want to deal with. I think I'm gonna do like my own blue scheme with them, like white and blue. That one's there, and put the antennas on that one. Actually got that one. Hard to tell like the symbols on some of these things to see if it's the right way, but then I realize there's like an actual symbol. Oh, it's the one. So I can kind of see what way it's supposed to go. Still blows me away, the detail. Alright, so I haven't been gluing these guys onto these because I want to be able to paint them and not paint these statue things. But the bottom part I've been gluing on. Yeah. I still don't know too many techniques or anything to do with these. But I'm hoping they aren't going to be too hard to paint. See, I have a 3D printer, and I was going to print a bunch of stuff, and I actually printed a bunch of Space Marines, because I originally wanted to do Grey Knights, but I just couldn't find any units for them, but I started printing out some Space Marines, and then my buddy bought some stuff and the details are so much better. I figured I'd just use the 3D printer to do the all the like boundaries and territory stuff and those kind of things. I actually can go just into Blender and do some like model work and make some walls for foam boards, like corner pieces and stuff. And I was thinking about like streaming that stuff out while I do it. I made a couple other things like for some wands and staffs and stuff. Voice is really low, music's really high. Alright. I think it's probably because this track's volume changed. They're all like recorded out live, and at some point in my mixer I had to turn the volume up. I kind of want in the background. Is that better? Probably can't bring up my volume much more unless I bring the microphone down. Try to not bring it too far down. Kind of annoying. That better? That better volume there? Should be. It's in my face. Yeah, like I said, I haven't streamed in a while. I'm kind of had to rearrange all my stuff in my room or my area here. I have like a craft session area. Last year or so I've been getting a couple more things and stopped doing my streaming for a little bit. I'm gonna put 2 antennas in here. All the sets. So we have 2 on both sides. I think they look better with 2. Sometimes I want to just cut out all the pieces I need right away, and sometimes I don't. Like when I do the legs and stuff, I like to just cut all the stuff off, cut all the body parts off after I do all the legs on. Because it's kind of like, it gets a little redundant after a while. Every one of them's doing it. Alright. Back to the sand. I wonder, I still feel like that camera. It's better when I had it on the. I wonder if it matters if I do this while I'm streaming. Is that a little more clear? I almost feel it is. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it is on that one over there. I know I upped the resolution being sent out, and then I made the frame rate higher that's being sent out too from the last time I watched it. Just don't really want to put on a headphones. I hate wearing headphones all the time, especially if I like have to get up and let my dog in or do anything like that. I'll get something to drink. Yeah, something's got really bad. So where do you get your 3D proxies? How do you keep track of them? Cool when they start to like, when you start getting like pieces together, even though it's like the 3rd or 4th time I've seen them. Maybe more than that now. It's like every one of these guys has drones with them. I wonder if they take hit points for it. I kind of wonder if this whole time. Because seriously, I haven't played, so I don't really. 1-page rules. Yeah, I was seeing something about that. Like, me and my buddy were like, wanting to just learn how to like do whatever the stuff is for the figures and like plan out our own like battles, kind of like we would do with D&D almost. Because, you know, like we both DM, so it's like it's not hard to think of like things when you're kind of used to already doing that. Sieging an island and give the guys on the island more guys to use, or the opposite way, you know, guys attacking got more. You can figure out all kinds of things you could do. Alright, so got the drones done. There's only 2 of them. Oh yeah, there's the base thing too. Okay, so now I know there's like a rocket, 2 rocket things. So we're gonna build both of them. I'm gonna put the magnets in right away, I think, because I just got some 2mm magnets that I want to try and see what their magnetism is like. Because the 1mm ones are a little too weak, but you could definitely use them for some things. But they're just a little bit too weak for holding guns on. Let's put them on stealth unit. Put them in the box. And I think magnetic is a good idea, especially when I do these crisis units. But I think 2 of the body loadouts are close to the same, and the other one's a little different. But I'm just gonna see how they kind of go together. The body, the top. One-page rules. It's kind of like how 1 page for D&D is. There's like 1-page sessions. So just one time you play and you're pretty much done. The rules are easier. Oh yeah, this one's really loud. I remember why. Yeah. More simple, huh? Well, it's better for learning, I guess. Or just to have fun, you know? Honestly, that's all we're... That. Oh, I see. Yeah, we're just trying to have fun on our days off from work. Like 4 of us at work. Rockets. These 4. I think that's all the pieces. Yeah. I'm not gonna clean these up too much, just a little bit. Do you just find the proxies online then? Anywhere? Or do you like buy them still, or Patreon? Or... Oh, let my dog in. Okay. much everybody else cleans up their stuff. I just kind of want to clean them up so they fit. Yeah, I said I'm still kind of new to everything and kind of don't know how much I need to be like. I know when I used to do model cars, I used to be pretty anal about getting all the like pieces nice and smooth and set nice. But I guess it all just depends. Yeah, I was finding some on Cult 3D and Bangs and Thingiverse and yeah, I had seen some things on Etsy too that you can get 3D models. And I've gotten 3D models from Patreon. You paid for people's Patreon, so I could have them. I still subscribe to a few of them that I downloaded a bunch of D&D stuff from because I feel it's worth me giving them a little bit still for a lot of the figures I downloaded, printed out. Yeah. I can't wait to get to the painting part. Painting is always the best. But I think it's the whole like experience that is worth it. I need stuff to do. I'm gonna take up my time. I don't know how everybody else is out there, but sometimes it's just nice to just chill out and not stress about much, even though it's kind of somewhat stressful. It's little pieces of things, but if you got the dexterity and patience, it's not really that bad. At least I don't think so. But then I have the patience and the dexterity. That doesn't really bother me. But I feel everybody can have that too. Just takes time, you know. I drop things all the time still. I don't care. Alright, this guy goes in here, I think. Yep. Do I have to have an eyeball stick on it? Oh, it does have slots. So. Okay, so it does got little slots in there, which I didn't really see before. So it goes like this way. Yeah. Doesn't take much. And I think the thing's gotta face this way. Why did I give me so many extra? Oh yeah, 100 models. I'm at like 54 right now before I started this, because of how many were in each patrol group. It was 13, and you know, I'm feeling it already. But still, one at a time. If you got like I feel like this is a little bit easier than D&D painting, because like on D&D painting, you only got one figure you're doing at a time. You know, unless you got like a bunch of goblins or a bunch of elves, or you know, all doing the same ones. But you can kind of use some of the same colors for a little while. When I was painting D&D guys, it felt like change color, change of color, change of color. Now these, but I did get. It was like my birthday, Christmas is my Warhammer starting thing, and I've also bought a wet palette, so I hope that helps. That this thing helps some. I don't know how much it will, but I tried making one. The one I made didn't work, so I decided to buy one Black Friday, and maybe that'll be better to do the D&D stuff when I do the figures again. So I have quite a few of them I still want to paint. But also, the painting is better therapeutic wise versus the tedious little tiny, like this right now, 2 little tiny pieces. Even though, I mean, it's part of it, you know, another 4 pieces to make this one missile launcher thing, you know. It's cool. I'm not saying anything bad about it, but it's also 4 pieces to make this one thing. But after it's all done, you think about how many pieces you put together, even though you're only putting a couple little guys together. Quite a few, like even these guys are here. Those are already six pieces for each one. Well, 5 and 6. By the time it's done, it's like 100 something pieces. Like a model car would be like 140 or so, 150, depending on the skill level you're doing. I actually have a model car that I want to put together, just to kind of do it again and see. But I also found a scaled remote control car that I want to take the innards out of and put it into the remote control, or the model kit. I'm just curious if I can. I'm thinking I could probably 3D print some of the parts I need to mount it and stuff, and I don't know, make a whole little project out of it. Winter's coming. It's actually here, basically. I'm trying to do a little more filing on this guy, but how much it's going to affect it. Alright, so there's that piece, and I think the other piece has just got to be cut off. And then I can try drilling a couple holes in. I'm curious how strong the 2 mil magnets are versus the 1 mil. Because the 1 mil magnets weren't very strong. Like, I had to put an extra one into the gun. I had one in the gun, and I ended up having to put 2 in them. But then again, it was these guys' gun, so there's kind of a lot of a mass to it. And I can go grab it if this doesn't work, or this should work, but I want to compare. Alright, so get this thing glued together. I'm going to glue this thing down to the base. I always try to put a little extra on it and put the bases in. Don't really care. Perfect glue. It just gets an antenna too, doesn't it? No? Do you think that would have an antenna? Why would your rocket launcher thing not have an antenna on it? I guess the Tau aren't very smart. They must not think about everything. Alright, so thinking I might have to put it above. Okay, you see it goes on like this. Thinking it's gonna have to go above the hole here. I don't know if that's gonna be. Let me see on this page. I think we'll be able to. Alright. We're gonna try this 2mm drill bit, which is the middle one in here, I think. There should be 2 of them. Alright. First time doing this with the 2. I did it with the 1. The 1 was kind of small. I think it's more, since there is like a little groove for it to go into, I think it'll be alright. And they're only 1mm thick, so it doesn't gotta go too deep. That's what she said. 1mm? Alright, so these guys, can't believe it. $8 for this many of them. So yeah, it's pretty small. I wonder if I should just guess the depth. Or if I should put a little piece of tape on it. Like a rough idea of a millimeter, because it's the tip of it is going to be curved, but it also has to go down on it a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to put a little tiny piece of tape. I know it's probably not going to help a whole lot, but I'm trying to do it at about 1mm after the drill tip. On the 1mm ones, I guessed. I'm just going to see if this will help. I know I've done it on wood before, but this is so much smaller. So, I want it to be right there. Hello. How's it going? Trying to put some magnets in here now. This is my first try on this one. Oh, I went on the top of the groove a little bit. But just a little bit more. I don't know, should I test it out first before I drill the other side, or should I just drill the other side? I think you could just drill it, yeah, on the other side. Okay, so it's got to be a little offset. to this side. Not too much. I think the magnet won't really matter. Oh, it's like right on the edge, but not quite. Alright, so I think that's about the right spot. I wonder if I could use a shrink, you know, like a wire shrink instead of electrical to it, or maybe if it's just if I just eyeball it. A millimeter isn't too far, you know. Maybe after I do a few of these, I'll get used to what the depth is. Yeah, I think that'll work. Alright, so now I gotta do the other one. Make sure we have it going the right way. Look at it. Looks like, yeah, it'll be on this side of the top part right here. Ooh, so like a little lip there. I think it's gonna be. Glad it's kind of a sharp drill bit. I've noticed too, like when you start it off, if you want to get like a good little piece started, if you just go back and forth, you can kind of get started and then go around, kind of really gets it. Alright, I think that's probably about a millimeter. I would have it be a little bit over, because the magnetism will still, you know, hold it that little bit. So I went through it. That's alright. Mess it up too much and have still a little bit of a lip in there. The glue should hold there. Now when I glue the magnet, I think I'm going to use super glue for it though instead. Because I feel super glue would hold the magnet a little bit better. Alright, last time I did them, I put the magnet in, but this time, oh, it's just a little bit farther. You gotta make sure you get the other one to match it, you know? Yeah, for glue on it. I don't want to touch that glue on it. Alright, here we go. Definitely hate messing around with super glue. Just do it. Hate want anything. Right, only need like a little drip. That much right there. Still might be too much. I want to just put my finger. Guess you gotta do it the other way. Put one in it, and then put the other one on top of it, you know, after it's already stuck to it. Okay, so I had a little bit of trouble getting in there. Maybe it wasn't deep enough with the glue. Might have been too much, but it looks like it's setting there. I mean, it's a little bit raised. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, see, it's a little raised, but who cares? Alright, so this next one, we're just going to stick it to the other one so it's the right polarity for us. We want it to stick the right way. this back down. Alright, so that's not one of these damn things. So tiny. They're better than the 1mm though. The 1mm ones are like super small. All these might got glued together. Alright. There's the holes in here. Let's see it. What's up, Jaden? I don't think that's fun. Oh, look at that. Oh, oops. That's so cool. Yeah, it works. I don't think I gotta glue that. It's stuck in there nice. I think that this one over here though needs to be drilled out just a tad more. And then take and put it on here again. Get one to stay there. Put two on it. It's like my dog is intimidated by my cats. Is that normal? I just think it's funny. Now that one doesn't quite stay in it. But I might drill it a little bit too far. I think gonna carve off a little corner of this end here because I think that magnet on the other one kind of catching it. Hey, Jaden. So I got the magnet in there. This time I'm gonna have to glue it just because it doesn't want to stay. I don't like touching glue, but I don't want it on it either. So let's go let it dry now so I can test it and see. Pretty cool. I don't think it's quite sitting in that. Like stronger than what the groove is, but that's okay because that doesn't really matter as long as it stays on it. Seems like it's a lot stronger than the. Is this glue dry? Yeah. Just stick my finger. Yeah, it sits on there still. See? Well, I just kind of want to have a different loadout if I can, you know. If I want to use this one or that one, I don't know if it really matters, but this way I have the option. The strike group uses the one and the other one uses the other one, so now I have them both. And that was easier than I thought. Didn't think that gluing or the magnet part was going to be that easy. But I do have to say that drilling the holes in these things is way easier than drilling them into the 3D printed ones. Like the 3D printed ones are way harder. At least the 3D printed ones I got, the using ABS like. And we're gonna keep this 2.0 in here because it seems like that's the one I want to use. Oh, this ain't even working, huh? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now we're off to doing the guys. I think there's 3, 6, there's way more extra legs. I wish they gave you extra bodies too, but I guess they don't want to give you the bodies because then you can just make a whole nother unit. I was looking for some I could print, and I did find some I could print. I found like 2 different ones that would work. I guess the legs do not matter. All the legs are the same for everybody. Did these guys not get the strike team doesn't get the extra stuff? It's kind of silly. The breachers do. I guess it really doesn't matter. They don't really count those as anything but aesthetics. There's a little choice of parts, so I see. I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do all the heads on sticks again. But alright, so time to cut some legs up or off. I mean. Kind of just, since there's so many, just randomly cut them off. Just cut off all of them. 10, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 8 on this one. I don't want to have all the crouching guys this time. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. This one's got one that has a leg added. I want to do that one. Remember doing that one before. And then the leg is right next to it. So it's 6. I'm gonna do one of these guys. So stepping forward, kind of. That's 7. And forward 8. And one more. I think I use this guy. Here we go. That's 10. Alright. Let's see what about. What? Hey Google, turn on the shoreline. Ah, animals. All right, back to the sanding. At least to the feet, you know. We got a sit level. These guys, we don't gotta go. This is pretty fast. It's like the 4th time I've done these now. Although having the last set I had like a spur of like upgrade thing or something. I had a bunch of heads and a bunch of different parts. That made the guys look pretty unique. I thought it was pretty cool. I got a couple sets that look pretty cool in there. Top of this one here. Remember that one had a beveled edge on it. I really want to do those crisis suits. Kind of trying to get my small group done before I start doing them. Now onto the other mechs too, the Riptide and the it's a Broadside Riptide and can't remember the other one that was in it. I already did the Commander, so I'm not really too enthusiastic about that, but once I start doing that one, I know I want to put magnets in it so I can have it be either one. I know it probably doesn't matter, but there's stats for both, so it seems like it's cooler when they start getting their like group together and they start building them. This one's gonna take a second. Like the figures start coming together, I think it's neat. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Everybody doing alright? They're just chilling out, hanging out. kind of crazy how some of the stuff is just two tiny pieces, you know, like this to make the guy, but then this is just one. I I wonder if like at one point they wanted to do all the pieces tiny, and they decided to step back because it would be pretty tedious for some people. But these pieces are tiny, like especially if it was all like just the tiny legs, and then arms and chest and everything all separate. Like, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I would probably still do it. It would be. I guess don't give them any ideas. Pretty I still think it's pretty cool how this glue just takes a second. Oh, I'm gonna change this. This is my Star Wars trick. Yeah. Alright, legs are there. Check and see what we gotta do next. I think it's the bodies. Okay, so we got 10 guys here. I know I want to do a bunch of them with those bigger rifles. Number 4. Number 4. 36. 1. Just 24. 2. I just don't totally understand the stats on stuff because I haven't really played it, you know, and I kind of read through some of the stuff in the core book, but still don't quite understand it. I know they have you do one guy that's they don't give you a guy with hair in this one? Like all the other ones, they give you a guy that has a... There's like a... Oh yeah, there's one right there. Oh, where's he at? Okay, oh there is one here. Okay. He's like the leader of the group. Shashu. Shashu. Shashui. Shashui. Something like that. But then they have like regular guys too that have, you can have 3 of them. Let's see. I think I want to use a shorter haired one because I think they used the longer haired one last time. Kind of. Yeah, that's that's kind of why I got cracked up by these guys. And they're multicultural. I knew somebody would say that. I also want to build orcs. So. But. I'll take it, however. Still enjoy it. Yeah, so they all use the same body. None of them use a different one. So we're just gonna cut out all the bodies, get all the bodies on there again. Cut them as close as I can so it doesn't be too much sanding.
First you want to kill me, now you want to kiss me. Blow.
Ace commies, yep. I think what's appealing to me more about any of it is I really like Gundam and mech robots and stuff, and I thought like maybe just doing something a little different. Although I really want to do the Grey Knights, but I don't know if I really want to do them either. And I think it'd be a little frustrating having long range.
First you want to kill me, now you want to kiss me.
I guess that's just me though. Try to be a little bit strategic that way. I don't know. Something different, I guess. These guys would be good cannon fodder, I think. At least I hope. Since I don't really know what I'm going to do. Trying to do these quicker than the last ones I did. Man, the last one took me a minute. But I think it was because I had all like the random heads. The random heads and random extra parts. I mean, this one doesn't have quite as many parts. But also when you get to the heads, I try to keep them on the like the piece, but man, they're only on one little part for the bottom of their head, and I like to clean off the top of it. I'm gonna have to use it's gonna look like a robot. It's gotta be smooth. Or not a robot, a helmet, you know. I have it right on the top of it. What does everybody else do for their little barbs and stuff on them? I also got these little file tools too, but I haven't really needed them yet on this part. I used them more when I worked on the commander. Oh, this is the last one right here. So do I give him the only one with the regular gun, or do I give him holding a gun with a communicator? I think that's what I'm going to do. Have him be the one that's standing straight up. This guy right here. Maybe. Okay. 53. I want to do the commander guy first. So this one here. He's like carrying the gun versus holding it in his hand to fire. He's got like a walkie-talkie or something like that. Here we go. 53. Yeah, 53. 3. And then it gets like a thing on top of it. It says 99, but here it is, 99. Managed to put the little barb away in there on this one. I'm just gonna trim it off the nippers, I think. There, like put it like right in this little spot, like. So they had to go all the way up to his armpit. I also had to get to stay on there. Gotta like clean it off really good. It's like, let's try it. See. Might be a little bit too much on there, but. Oh, not too much. Hold that for a minute. Just do it. Alright, so I see a little piece I don't like there. Looks like it works there. It's gonna be this guy here. Glue down on this part. Always like half step in there. That's good because we're gonna have a hole in that little communicator doodad. It's like I think they have my other one pointing, so it's like 90, 59. It's right here, 59. Like a little communicator thing. This one isn't too bad. No, that's not too bad. So, what? That's not right. Yeah. Oh, it's like, oh, it's one or the other. I kind of don't. I don't want him to have the gun. But I don't really want him to have that communicator thing either, so we're gonna throw that in the bit thing there. That's the other one. I need to have it on the other one. Maybe we'll give him a pistol. Carrying the gun and his pistol in their hand. I think that's what I want to do. I mean, unless I switch it to him still holding the communicator with a different gun. Or 57. Let me see what it looks like. See if I decide if I want 57 or not. There it is. I kind of do want that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Have the other gun still, the bigger gun in his other hand, and telling you at work. This is a pretty good setup. I don't know. Thanks for telling me I got a nice setup. I'm kind of still working it out. I was streaming my sculpting, so I kind of had it set up for that. But I got this cool camera now where I can pull it out and move it wherever I want it, which is super cool. Been totally digging it. Like, I've only used it a few times now. Especially get like a different angle. I can't wait to use it painting. I have like a little bit of a shelf system that has like other odds and ends for soldering and wiring and other crafting things. Kind of wanted to just like share a bunch of my stuff because I have costume making and, you know, painting and sculpting. Now doing this D&D stuff. Kind of thought about, because I've been putting maps on a TV, like documenting how I do that. For this is taking primary right now. He's gonna be holding a gun way up like he's this big target there, holding a blaster forward like a pistol. Like, why won't you be using the rifle? Yeah, I want to sculpt some more, but I just haven't had the time for it. But I guess I'm doing this, so I would have the time, I guess. It's been kind of just trying to do any type of art, I guess. Is more of the goal, I guess. Kind of sharing all the different things I like to do, I guess. It's kind of what my goal is. Guys, like, thing is a little off. Unless it's because it's got like a little piece of armor. Sometimes I feel like I should just sand a lot of the pieces anyways. 50 in my wallet. Yeah, I did. Now I know who you are. Yeah, I got this thing with another guy. Alright, this is the commander. With the backpack too. 47 and 61. The backpack with an antenna. If I remember right. Slightly different from the other people's. Theirs are all 48. He's 47. All his gear, I think, is on chip front. Oh. Oh, the strike guys do a thing different. Yeah, I figure some of these things are so tiny, man. I think this guy looks like his gun's kind of heavy. He's kind of leaning over. Hole in the bottom. I think I want to kind of just like get more motivated to stream and then add in I realize who it is now after I thought about it, because I remember seeing your Twitch. Your Twitch has that on there too. I think it does, right? Oh, 61 is like a little tiny antenna. There it is. Let's communicate with home base. Man, it's so tiny. So tiny. It's little tiny pieces right here. I can barely hang on to it. But it cut off pretty clean though. I gotta do a lot. Yeah, there's so much little stuff on it too, like little detail. Crazy. Little tiny dead. See that? Bam, goes right in place, a little slot for it. I have some. I have some other ones too. I've only had to use them once or twice. But I don't know. It's not too bad. The dexterity of my fingers is alright for this size. I think a little smaller. My fingers, like these pieces right here, I have to use tweezers on. These little things go on the side of their heads, and there's like a little dimple on the side of the helmet that it goes onto. That part sucks. That was like, I think one of the hardest parts, but when I ended up doing it last time, I had them all on toothpicks already. So the toothpicks was able to hold the toothpick and then put the glue on it and then set it on it and hold it for a second. And it wasn't really too bad. So this guy's got his backpack, and I'm gonna use one of the faces. It's got hair. I think I had the long hair guy on the other one. They're both kind of long hair. Maybe I'll just put like a colored braid or something in their hair. But I might number the groups too, I thought, to keep them separate. Because there's, yeah, even like this, look how tiny this is. Like, this is a head. Like, you know, look at the face. Like, they look cool, but tiny, and that little barb is right there. I'm gonna try to sand it off just a little bit. And hopefully, it doesn't have that barb on it. I'll set this one off to the side because that one needs to get a head on it. And then he's got a little dagger right here. And since he's already got his gun in his hand, I put the gun with somebody else and put that on the side of him. And then there is a shoulder pad. And these ones get the square ones. The rounded ones were these ones here were for the breacher. These ones are for the strike. So I'm just gonna get one right now. Oh, yeah, just one right now. Clean it up, and then we're gonna put it on that body. And then this guy is pretty much done. And once I get that sword on his back, and then we'll put him over to the side over there, and then we'll just do like a quick assembly line of the rest of them. This is like the only one that like he's gonna have. I guess they're all kind of like, you gotta do that with all of them, but he's the only one I'm actually like, thinking about. Yeah, right. And it looks like the smaller side is on the top. There's not a marker on the inside. The other ones have like a little marker on them. And also looks like it's the left shoulder that gets it. Yeah, left shoulder gets it. So, the glue over on this side here. That is the left shoulder. Yeah. You dried up already? Oh, it's a little bit much, but it's okay. Because it's kind of a big shoulder. The small side on top. Yep. Just hold it for like 5 seconds, you know? Yeah, it takes a minute. There we go. Now that guy's pretty much done. The only thing I got left for him is his little tiny head. Hey, how's it going? Little tiny head and his speaker thing. Now we're just gonna get through the rest of these guys quicker because 9 of them. Bodies all there. Do the bodies quick. Oh wait, no, I didn't put the sword on. This one doesn't look like I gotta clean it up too much. And it goes on the side of his backpack like this. So I think I didn't sand that down too much. I'm just gonna try to get the glue off this. His arm is coming off. I must have disturbed it. Didn't totally. Well, that's a little frustrating there. Probably because of the angle it's got to be at. Oh yeah, that's what happened. That like shield thing I put on it, like twisted his arm. So glue it up here. Yeah, it is a little frustrating sometimes, but I don't know, building patience. Push it down. All right. Back over to the sword now. Still have, you know, that's the, now that's the finished guy. Like their captain or whatever, I guess it would be. Man, these guys are so tiny. Still gotta have the speaker on his head. What? We're gonna move on. Okay, so that's 9 there. Coffee's up to everyone. I can kind of see how I want him to face. This guy should be kind of facing sideways towards or straight. I guess it really doesn't, you don't have to be too particular, I've noticed, because they kind of almost like grow character as you put the stuff together. This guy I want to be facing more towards the front too. That's a little bit. Yeah. Gotta love that coffee. This one is a Star Wars one. It looks pretty dirty because I've drank like 4 cups of coffee out of it already, but this one is BB-8. 20 ounces, surprisingly. she left me some coffee, so I was like, all right, I get to drink some. I have like 3 or 4 of them that are all this size, but 2 of them are like some fish ones that I found at a store, and then I think the other 3 are Star Wars ones. And it's sad because using the same size cup forever, I have a hard time mixing my cups of coffee now, because it's like I'm so used to the 20 ounces. How much sugar and how much milk. You know, chocolate milk is kind of powerful. I want this guy to be facing forward too. Oh, it's kind of tilted. I like how it's like on one foot. After you put like the body on them and stuff and start getting their a little bit of shape to them, I kind of feel like there's a character. I can't wait till they start to do the painting part, and then they start to come to life a little bit more. Even though I know they're all going to be kind of wearing the same stuff and everything, but if I look at them like the D&D characters, definitely then I can kind of give them a little bit of a character to them. Different markings to like their wear, I think, is more how I want to look at it. And they just go together so easy. Pretty cool. Okay, so that's all their bodies now. Now, backpacks. You guys all get the one pack and one 37. 47. All right. Oh, that one's got a big like piece that didn't come off the print. Like, wow, that's a dirty piece. It's like that whole side. The first time I see one that was that bad. Like where the mold sandwiches. Must have been like the 1000th one they made or something, you know. Mold didn't come together right because they got some plastic built up there. Come on, people. Whoa. That one flew away. Let's go find it. Hey Google, turn on the couch light. Huh. That was quick, like 2 seconds. Stuck out like a sore thumb. Bam. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Got all of them. Alright, clean them up quick. I just know some of these spots will be super hard to sand. once they're put together. So I'm gonna add a big barb on it. The only thing I don't like about this setup here is I don't like how dark it is for my side. Like, it looks really good on here, but like my side seeing it, I could use it a lot brighter. Like, it could be used significantly brighter. If I add more lights, it starts to glare off stuff. I think the only way I can do something different is if I was to get like an actual like setup of lights. Because these are just the two lights I got up here are just regular daylight light bulbs, and then back here above the paint is a LED light, and then I don't have the ceiling one on, but if I had the ceiling one on, it's a regular daylight too, but it just doesn't work out too good having that one on. It's almost like I need one like right above me. Light box, yeah. Hey, what's the light box for? Just curious. I want to say I enjoy doing this as much as sculpting, but I think sculpting... Oh, cool. Making shorts. Using that for your light source inside of a closed area. I get it. My main goal is I want to make a stop motion like short film, like a 4 or 5 minute little fight scene or something. That's why I started sculpting, and like a light box would work really good for that. Same with this like camera with a dongle on it, or what is that called? A turret or whatever. You can set up camera angles and stuff that I wouldn't be able to normally, and save it. Are your shorts under your name? I'll check it out. So it's cool to see what people make and do and stuff. The crafter in me. I just like seeing how creative people are. Figure making shorts. Cool. Yeah, I have on my channel here I have a couple minis that I did the time lapses of. But most of my videos are like me streaming this stuff, and I wanted to make them into time lapse, like 8-minute videos, but it's so hard to like do the editing. I have like 400 hours probably of video. Maybe a little less than, maybe like 300 or so, but either way, Maybe I'm exaggerating a little, but I know I got like probably 300 gigs or 400 gigs of video on my hard drive. These guys are cool. Alright, so backpacks are on. Now I need to go through the arms. Yeah, I'll check out your channel later on. Yeah, that's my problem. Editing takes so long. Like, even do like time lapses. I bought a couple apps that let you like take the video and just chop it up and then speed up your video. And man, 45-minute video down to like 10 minutes takes you like 4 or 5 hours of messing around. But that's part of the process, I think. You know, I think that's all part of it. You have to like remember that it's not really work if you enjoy it, and you gotta try to make it a way that you can enjoy it. So it's kind of how I've been trying to think of even doing. Like, I want to start streaming this just so I can get into the motion of doing it again. Because I was streaming like 3 or 4 times a week. Alright, so I want to do most of the big guns. I want to do them mostly fully them. But then we got 9 guys. I should do 5 with the big guns. This guy. This guy could use it. He's at the same. That one. This guy here. No. Maybe these guys. Well, we do got him over there, so that'd be 6 of them. Oh yeah, we'll do that. How about we do 5 and 5? He's got a big one over there. Okay, so yeah, we'll do 5 and 5. So I need 4 of the bigger guns. I don't want them to be carrying. I want to be shooting, holding them like they're shooting. I got a little discouraged when I was doing my streaming and stuff like before, but then I started realizing that it really doesn't matter if I have people watching or if, you know, I'm doing whatever. I'm just kind of just trying to be motivated. I have a really hard time with motivation sometimes, so. So yeah, painting. I like painting a lot, man. Like, that's like one of my favorite parts. I wish I had some of my figures in here that I painted. I used to oil paint, so it's always been like easy for me to just get back into like the whole oil painting and painting things and different techniques that are there. Alright, so this is one gun. One big gun in one hand. That was the 18 and 21. We're gonna do 11 and 13 this time. Or 14 and 17, looks like. At one point I wanted to do like music, like streaming and like jam out and do jams and stuff like that. And I don't really have any friends that motivate me to do that, but I still want to do it. But art, crafts and art just seem like it's way easier for me to just jump right in. 23s, we got 2 of these, and 25s. Where's the 25s? Okay, right there next to each other. So I get this one. Yeah, I'm not trying to run a channel either. I'm just kind of hanging out and chilling and sharing my art, and like when I was doing my sculpting stuff, it was more like I don't really want to like create a channel to like get people to watch me. I want to have my channel to realize so people can realize that they can also do art, and they can also do things that they just take time to do. Like it's it's not so much about just showing somebody how to do something. It's just showing people that like, hey, look at this stuff takes time to do, and if you want to do stuff, take some time to do it. And I think that that's more better than just being like, I'm trying to get people to do what I want them to do, kind of thing. Like, or watch me because I'm doing this kind of thing. I'm more like, I have all these different interests and I like to share them. And if people want to watch and be a part of it and be involved, they can be. If not, it's fine. If it becomes a little bit more and my hobby becomes a little bit more, then my hobby becomes a little bit more. But other than that, I'm like 40 years old. Like, I don't really want to do all that other crap. I don't want to deal with drama or anything. I just want to share my art. Whatever that art really entails to being, if it's painting or doing this or whatever. I think we should just put these guys' arms together right away. Because I don't. Do they have like another 13s and stuff? So I can put. Yeah, okay, so there's 32 and 33, there's 2 down. Yeah, there's plenty, I guess I see now. But, I don't know what's the difference. Like, I don't quite know the rules to Warhammer, so like if I knew the rules, if it was like what guys are carrying what, then I would kind of split them up, or if it doesn't really matter, I'll just put them all with the ones I think look cool. Because like, I don't know, these longer guns look cool on it. It'd be cool to have a whole squad, just these longer guns. One, two, three. Yeah, there's enough. Or maybe I should have like one lonely guy that they don't trust having one of these bigger guns. He's like a punier. What is it? Oh, they don't say what they are. The cards say what they are. It'd be funny. Well, that's Eugene over there. He doesn't get to have the bigger long range guns. He can't see far. He needs a small file. Smaller file. I wish I could just listen to any kind of music too, and then it'd be better to just chill out and hang, Like, because I kind of hate forcing people to listen to my music if they don't like that kind of music, I should just get some like background music for like games. Just play that in the background, like adventurous stuff or something. Yeah. Alright, so these 4 arms gun can go on now. I just gotta remember to like hold it there a little bit longer with the plastic. Bond a little bit better. Needs to be bonded. Doom Radio. It's AI, so it can't be. Oh, I see. Doom. Here, I'm gonna write down that. I'm gonna write down your channel too, just so I have it written down. So if I lose my chat on here, I'll have it written down. Yeah, like post-it notes. I never use these things, so I might as well use them when I remember I have them, right? Pen. It's more like I just want something to play in the background, you know? And that was Doom Radio, huh? I'll check it out and see what's on it and see. I know there's some things you can subscribe to and like get the rights to play the music. Yeah, I can't do it through because I'm using Restream. Maybe I can do it this way. So I have to mute this. Okay, it's muted. Yeah, I subscribe to you right now. Oh, cool. That's cool. Nights look awesome. Sorry, I was just checking out your stuff. Oh, that stuff's cool, like grass and like foliage and stuff. That's cool. Definitely neat. All right, back to the guy at hand here. He's holding the gun with his other hand. Not very much though. It's like just with the tips of his fingers. Oh, yeah, it's muted still. The last time I did these guys, I put the glue on it, and then I got his hand to where I wanted it, so it looked like it was in a good spot. And then I put like a little drop behind it. Yeah, it's always cool seeing people's stuff, man. The videos are pretty clear. I really like that night. It's gonna try to put a little drop in here. Bring that back down. Yeah, they're so cool. Even though they're so tiny, like compared to like, I don't know, like when I'm thinking about D&D stuff, you know, like see like elf wizard, right? Like this guy's smaller, you know, and the elf wizard's face and her hands and arms are way smaller, I think, like detail wise. So painting these guys isn't really going to be that much different than painting these guys, you know? Like, at least I don't feel it will be. I think it'll just be like just another little challenge, kind of. Alright, so that guy's got a gun. Put these guys going here, some guns. Yeah, the only thing about streaming when you're doing stuff, you end up taking a little bit longer. But it's kind of like, I mean, you're kind of like hanging out, you know, like you said. I know it'd probably be easier not having all these guns. arms on them when I paint them. But every time I see these guys painted, I see them like painted all clean and crisp. I kind of want to make them look a little bit dark and dingy, like they just got done fighting. Like the reality of their like escapades is all over their body, you know. And we're gonna do another quick drop down here again. Hold his arms, bring it down, hold his arms. Got some new paintbrushes too to try out that I'm kind of excited about trying too. Crazy how like small some of the pieces are, and how like you get like a little technique to doing it. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Feel like I'm gaining more on my dexterity level. I don't realize that some of them are actually way higher up. Ah. Crazy how this like stuff eats apart the plastic. Mosquito? It got warm for the last couple days, up in the 40s again. And I just found a mosquito. Ugh. Vampires. I almost want to put some more. Yeah, I'm just gonna do another. Yeah, we're gonna 2 more. And then we'll do the last 3 with regular rifles. That one, this one. Yeah. Alright. This guy, these 2 guys. Which one? Let's go. Sand that one. That one doesn't matter. It's going to get the shoulder pad. Alright. Now, get the shoulder pad. Alright. It's weird how much farther off it is. These guys are cool. They always get so much cooler as you get farther. Alright, so I think we need to get 1, 2, 5. I use 25, so 51. Let's do 51 with the guy holding the gun up. Oh, 51's yeah. I see 55 has a clip. 55 I want. 51 ant. Oh, there's 51. Alright, is that guy? That guy's got one now? Now I can just go down the line. Let's see here. 22 and 23 both need. Or 22s both need 25s, and those are gone. 24. You know, 33 somewhere? No? And 12 and 13. Okay, we got two 13s here and 12s at. There they are. Yep, so we're going to do two 12s and two 13s. Two 12s and two 13s, get them out of the way, and then we got all the guys with guns. Alright. 12, 13. Cut the scope on that one. A little bit. Oh, just about done with this. Oh, I still want to cut the scope a little bit. Oh, I can't tell now. Alright, last two guys. For this part at least. Sometimes it wants to stick and sometimes it doesn't. It's so weird. Sometimes like boom, right there, it wants to stay. Next time, nope. Already 4. Wow. Thought it would be just a little faster than this. I guess we can't really put a time on how long it takes to do some of these things. Those guys all got their guns all there now, I think. Oh, the one guy only had a scope on it, huh? The other guys don't? No, yeah. Only the one guy has a scope on, the rest of the guys don't. So that's cool. Now they just get their shoulder pads. And then I can cut out their heads. Cut out. Off with their heads. Just cut them all off right away and not have to worry about it. I can sand them on right away. Alright, so that piece there. I think they're all pretty much the same spot where they connect to the spur. Yeah, getting there. Debating on how I want to do the heads. Like last time, oh, that one I have to put back in the other group. I don't know which one it came from. Oh, those back ones. Okay, guy's got his shoulder pads on. He's going right down the line. Hold for a few seconds. Move on. I mean, it sucks that there's so many extra pieces, but I guess I can save them to make like a alternate group or something and use it as like a proxy. That's 2. Alright, those guys all look like they got their stuff on there. The only thing left is their heads, I think. And some of the extra pieces if I wanna. The breachers have the extra pieces. I guess I could put them on. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna play, but I'm learning right now, pretty much. I'm gonna be modeling first. Oh, I'm just enjoying the modeling right now, but I also want to play and like learn more of the game, but I have to have the figures first. Not that I really need them, I could get things to use, but I just want to have the army ready so I can play, I guess. I also do like sculpting and painting and D&D painting figures, sculpting with polymer clay, play around with music, do a little bit of everything for arts and crafts, so kind of just translates over. I think I just want one guy with the face on these ones. I wonder. Oh, I used those guys. I think I'm gonna use the. Let's see. I'm trying to use like the different heads. I think that. Yeah, I think I'll use the other ones. Since I don't have to use all these ones, I'm just gonna use the ones that are on this other. Got 9 of them right here. I can do the toothpick thing. Once I get them all on toothpicks, and I can have them get their antennas on them. This guy needs a toothpick here, so I got all 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, yep, got all 10. Yep, my first, I have a breacher, strike, 2 pathfinders, a commander, the ship, the devil something, can't remember what it's called, and then a stealth battle suit, and then I have a crisis one I'm going to build, and I have a couple of the other battle suits, and then I have some Kroot stuff. So I pretty much have the whole army, and I have a buddy that is building Black Templars, and we're gonna fight each other and kind of get used to playing. But I'm super intrigued in the whole art side of it, like making things and building stuff and just trying to get back into the streaming thing again. Took a break for like a year. I was doing it like almost every day, like 3 to 4 times a week with sculpting. And now this is just another branch off from that. And I picked the towel partially because they seem like they're just a little different than everybody else that's in the Warhammer world. Either everything's chaos or human chapters, and I just wanted something a little different, I guess. Hope that all this extra sanding and stuff that I'm doing right now is going to pay off in the end for what they look like. I know they already look pretty cool by themselves, but once you get some primer on it, get some paint on them, especially since there's going to be like a lot of like flat areas, it's going to be nice to have it cleaned up. Yeah, I've heard of Tabletop Simulator a couple times. Is that just like playing like the same type of game and then just doing it on like a computer, or this is still like dice rolls and stuff? On top. All right. Toothpick part sucks because I gotta make sure I don't lose one. I don't want to step on a toothpick. Word of advice: if you ever messing around with toothpicks, make sure you know where all of them are, because they really suck to step on. Okay. Need 10, so it's 5. Okay, so I got 10 here. Virtual version tabletop. Dice rolls now. Oh, cool. Is it like packs that you have that you got to get for it, or is it like the game's all in it? Oh, the only reason why I have like a I have like a apparatus thing that I made that I can put like toothpicks down in, be able to paint on it. Oh, okay. Add the file for the game you want. Maybe I'll check that out sometime. I guess my problem is I'm starting to want to just get away from being on a screen. Maybe I'm like the older person in me, you know. Once I hit my 40s, I kind of started thinking about what's more important, the experience or the actual just playing it, you know. Maybe I've just gotten a little bit weirder with age, that kind of miss the interaction with people. And don't get me wrong, there's a place and a time for all that stuff, and I mean, I'm not saying there isn't, and I got to a point where I got tired of that. I don't know if it's just from playing so many online games and all that. Yeah. I think a lot of it too is I don't really like playing with a lot of random people, even though it's how you kind of like get to know people. It just, I don't know. Maybe I have to be a little bit more open-minded about things when it comes to that. Or I'm just jaded from people that get toxic when you play games with them. I don't know. Yeah. We play D&D. There's like 5 of us, and a couple people play online on Discord, and I just can't get myself to do it. Like, I feel like playing at a table. I was DMing for a while, and playing at a table and seeing everybody's interaction with their faces and their like whole part of it is like what makes me feel like it's what you're kind of supposed to be doing when you're doing it, you know. But then I'm old-fashioned a little bit too. Yeah, show off the models, and I can paint up the models for my friends and stuff. Here, I'm gonna go grab a couple of my models. I printed out a couple Warhammer things, and this was the guy I first did, and I painted, and I thought it was just like a little diorama, and I thought it turned out pretty cool for my first try. The bottom guy was a failed print, so I ended up like setting them up. I thought it looked pretty cool. And then like this is my guy right now in D&D. Pretty cool. And then this dude I just did. I think this guy's cool. This is my first D&D guy. Wow, it looks actually pretty cool on this camera. You know, that's why I can't wait to get to the painting part. I feel like these guys turned out halfway decent for the most part, you know, considering they're just figures. When you see them, they're far away, so you really can't, you know, like this guy isn't. Oh, this guy? What's on this guy? Here? Um, there's a couple. There's only a couple other ones. You know, 2 bandits, a couple wolves. This chick I just finished. But this guy is, I think it's this purple. I think it was this blue, Raging Sage or Raging Sea, and then this this color shift over the top of it. And it ended up turning out pretty badass. Like, I really like that look. It really has that awesome wet, like shiny look to it. And then like I kind of put like a dingy on his face, like it's all blood soaked, you know, on the ground. That was pretty cool. I didn't want to put any eyes on him because I thought like he was like from somewhere dark. Eyes would be opaque. And not surprisingly, this dude only took me like 30 minutes to paint, like maybe 35 minutes to paint. Like, definitely was pretty cool. I have a whole bunch of other ones that are like in boxes that are like just like goblins and, you know, elves and stuff that are like just bad guys. But what I do with these guys for the heads is I have some poster putty somewhere around here, but I don't know where it's at. Oh, here it is. Take poster putty and stick it down, and I use this Gorilla grip glue. It's like a rubber, and so like when I get done with it, when I get to the base of the head, I won't have any paint on it, and I'll be able to glue it to the body and then touch up whatever I need to. I don't think I'll have to touch up a whole lot, as long as I don't put too much on it. But it's just the whole, you gotta put some on, you gotta set it down, kind of make sure it's like a little bead on it, and you gotta set it down, let it sit for like 30 seconds or so, or a minute, so that it gets tacky, and then you can stick it to the actual head. I might be overdoing it a little bit, but maybe not. I don't know. Seemed like it worked out for what I was already planning before. Super glue wouldn't work. I couldn't get super glue to stay on the actual toothpick. It was just soaking it up. And I figured if I could use this gooey stuff, get it kind of on the end of it, so I have something to kind of pop through when I try to fit the head on it. Yeah, that metallic paint was pretty cool. Blue tack? What's that? Never even heard of it. I think I want to write that down too. Everybody's been telling me things tonight that I've been writing down because I want to look them up. It's the other reason why I wanted to like stream stuff too, is like you're surprised how much stuff we can share with each other. So much knowledge everybody has, but individually, you know, we don't really have a whole lot when you think about it, but share it, we got a lot. That's how I looked at it. And I only use this because I can peel it off the bottom. And I can get it from like the local Walmart, you know. Alright, so I think I'm going to start. I think this is one of the first ones right here. We'll use the commander head first. Let's see. Enough to get the stick. I feel like I'm Vlad the Impaler or something. Put their heads on the stakes. Scare the people. Stick tack on. Are you like talking about tacky glue? Like, I might have something similar. I think I have some like other stuff. It's like tacky glue or tacky something that it's really sticky, but I don't know if it's as like gel-like as this stuff is to be on the head of the toothpick. The stuff that I have. Yeah, I have poster, like the stuff that's right here. I'm putting this on is poster board stuff. Here, I'll show you. And I tried using that, like this right here. Poster, it's like mounting putty, like poster putty. It works, and I use it for other stuff. But when I go to put it on a toothpick, I just don't. I can't get it to stay on a toothpick right, and I feel like it doesn't want to like stick to the toothpick to the point where when I put the guy on it, the head on it, it'll stick to the head, but I'm afraid when I start painting that it's gonna like be like not sticky enough, and I would hate to be like I'm going through all this whole process right now and then I get to the point where I'm painting it and all the heads start falling off. I mean, they still probably could with me doing it this way. Like, I mean, it's not preventing anything. But I had thought of that. And I'm really just trying to do it efficient. Like, this one here has been like 3 days now, and I can literally like move it around. I can bang my finger on it. Like, I don't have to worry about it. So when I go to paint it, I can like actually get the brushing on it and not really worry too much. But the putty stuff, the poster putty stuff, works good if you have like a shield or like a sword or like something you gotta do the side of. You can stick it to something and then stick that to it and use that as like a good thing to hold it in place. Because I do that when I airbrush stuff, or I'll use these things. I don't know if anybody knows what these are, but what's this stuff called? Silly putty. I'll use silly putty and put it over the top of stuff and not be able to paint on it, and it works really good to not be abrasive on whatever you're working on. Yeah, whatever works as a winner, right? For sure. And that's part of like crafting and art stuff, you know, like you can find so many things that aren't really what they're supposed to be for and use them, and then try things that what they're supposed to be for really doesn't really help. Sometimes it makes it harder. Like, I would have thought super glue for these guys would have been the best, but then when I found out that there's actually plastic glue and I use plastic glue, I was amazed that plastic glue was like 10 times better. Literally didn't like, I didn't feel like it was hindering what I was doing. It made it actually a lot easier. The only thing that sucks about this stuff is it's kind of rubbery, so you have to like watch how they're like drying when you got them on it until they totally dry, because you want them to be pretty much straight, but if you can't get them to be straight, I mean, you really just want them to be able to paint. Yeah, I have plenty of things too, and I always look at it going, oh, I could probably use that for something else. It might not work for this, but something else it might work for. Sculpting tools, scraping tools. It's funny the things you end up using, and then you end up, oh, that wasn't a good idea. This time I'm going to try not letting it get sticky. See if it goes on it fine. It went on it, but I'm losing room here to be able to stake them in. I was using double-sided tape when I did some other stuff that had heads on it. I can't remember what it was, but double-sided tape worked really good too. But then, like, if it fell off it, then the tape wouldn't be sticky anymore, and it kind of made it a little bit more of a hassle. That one's got a little bit too much on it. See, this one doesn't want to stand up because I didn't like it gooey. Alright. I think that's the last two pieces. I need the glue. I hope that one fell over. Some more recent ones. And you don't know if tools work until you try them, you know. I had like some weird scrapers I was using when I was doing sculpting, made with guitar strings and different types of little rake things and stuff like that. So make some of the shapes I wanted that I couldn't get easily. Alright, so all the heads got there. Now just gotta let them dry for a second. And once they're dry, I can add the antennae. 10 of them. Check and see where they are. How am I missing them? Oh, because they're on this one here. Oh, because I grabbed that other. That's right, I grabbed the other thing with the heads on it. So I wasn't wasting the ones that I already used. Put this one in here. Alright, that's why I couldn't find it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So we're just gonna get all these guys ready. I don't think I'm gonna sand them off. Two, four, six. Alright, yeah. Alright, got all those guys there. I kind of want to put their satchels on them again too, just because I think they look cooler. I'm gonna cut them all out. I kind of think they need to have some like customization to them. Like, they won't just be out there fighting without this guy being like, "This is my gun. That's my gun. This is my satchel." Carrying a detector of some kind or whatever, you know. This guy's got more pistols than the other one, dude. Yeah, the brush thing, I agree. I feel the brushes, like cheaper ones for certain things, work better. But then this next time I actually bought some of these Kaspansky or whatever they are. I've never tried these, but I wanted to try something that had a different tip on it. Kalansky, I think it is, yeah. And I haven't tried them yet, but they came in this box, right? And they got some really nice tips on them. They don't seem like they're too bad. But I noticed for me, it's not necessarily the brushes. I feel it is the quality you keep them in. If you can keep them clean and like keep that part of them down, then they usually stay pretty good. But if they get all messed up and like frayed and like you don't keep them clean and you know all that, then no matter what brush you have, it's going to be kind of crap, I think. But yeah, I also think that too. Like cheaper brushes sometimes just way better. I haven't spent more on like even that set there was only like $20. Like I can't see spending more than $20 or so for paintbrushes. You know, like, it's just maybe the old guy in me. Like it just why? You can get the same outcome, but also I'll use the airbrush too if I have somewhere I could be using the airbrush, you know, instead to make it a little bit cleaner looking. So I mean, and they're just cheap airbrushes too. There's, you know, $20, $50 airbrushes, nothing special. I also make my own airbrush paint, just my own thinner, and then, you know, don't buy actual airbrush paint. Only reason why I had the speed paint set is because like it was all at one time. I was like, well, I'm just gonna buy it all at one time. And it's like, you would think they'd put all these like extra satchels and extra pieces all by each other. No, spread them all out. Okay, I think I got everything I need off from this. No more little satchels. I think I could probably use these little antennas there. Just want to add them to something. Maybe their backpack or something like that. I could carry extra extra CBs or walkie-talkies or whatever. His head's holding up. They all seem like they're kind of holding up pretty good. As long as they're kind of straight up, you know, facing the way I want them when I go to paint them, that's all that really matters. No, this was the fun part. I had these toothpick last time. These pieces are so tiny. I kind of just want to add a couple here and there. Come on. Oh. Put a little bit, a couple bullets on the side. I think it'll go up there. Which one was that now? Not this guy. Okay, so that guy's got enough on him. There's the commander dude. Oh wait, no, the commander dude is right there. And he's gonna get a satchel on the side. Ooh. Like a bigger satchel. Some of these pieces are so tiny. Alright. He doesn't need much because he's already kind of loaded. I think this guy here, he doesn't got a, he's got a little gun. We're gonna put a pistol on his side. In the holster. Operation. Ooh. A little bit on the back too. He's got the little gun. He needs to have a little bit more. Got some clips too. Yeah, little gun. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I learned the cheap brushes when I was oil painting were just as good as the good ones. Like, no point in spending like $30 for brushes. Like, sometimes the limitations of things can have you excel a little bit better. something. Alright, that guy's done. This guy's got a sidearm on the other side. Come on, get off the tweezers. One thing about using tweezers. Sorry if I did that off the screen. That was a little hard to get that little thing back there underneath it. Yeah, I got a puppy too. She's outside right now. Just loves to be outside, and it's tough. I don't want her to be out there all the time, but she wants to be out there being a husky. Almost done with these guys. This guy needs a gun. It looks like he's sitting here. I could have one. wonder if that pistol's like 0 on shield. Antenna thing on the side of this. If he's carrying an extra communication thing. Okay, now that guy's got to set aside. I don't want to put the same thing on the back of this guy, but actually in a different spot. But like it's cool. I wonder if I could put the gun on the side of this guy. Oh, he's already got a gun. Yeah, I'm gonna put the pistol on, an extra pistol on the back side of this guy here. If he's carrying an extra gun. Dang it. Get off there. I only got a couple more. Looks like bullets or whatnot. Guy up here, see if he got any room. Nope, he don't got any room. He doesn't got any room either. He doesn't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna put a little blob of glue there. He's gonna solve his back there. Just carry an extra. Dang it. Extra round. Some kind of like they're supposed to be on it, like kind of look like they're supposed to be there. Yeah, I've had my Husky now 6. Call him Fubar or Fubar by Fubar. Yeah, ours is Jaden. She's awesome. Dogs are cool. A lot of work, but very rewarding. Yeah, I'll have to take her for a walk here pretty soon. That's cool. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Pooh Bar fucked up the unlock. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That was the first thing that popped in my head right away. Let me guess, the dog's a little crazy. Alright, so that's the last set of bullets, or whatever they are. Want it to be in the perfect spot. There we go. Right where I wanted it. Alright. Now we got the antennas. Since they're all still a little soft, but I think we'll be alright. But easier is to get a little tiny bit on there. Oh, not that much. Oh well. Way too much. Way too much. It's got a little tiny hole. Now if they're kind of stuck on the stick already, I can put them down the side now. Yeah, some of the things you gotta do for these things. Yeah. Yeah, we rescued our husky. She acts like it too. She definitely knew. Definitely knew we saved her. Definitely she shows it. Man, these things are so tiny. Thought I was gonna be able to do the crisis suit tonight too, but I might have to come back on a little later and do it. Yeah, we don't live in the mountains or anything, but we live out in the country, so we have like a 2-acre yard, and it gives her enough room to roam and chill out. Doesn't gotta feel so pressured. She just hangs out outside. Yeah, right? Yeah. Such tiny pieces. But those little things give such cool detail, you know? Scared of the old ladies. That's funny. Where's the new piano? Excuse me. Oh, it's 10 guys, 3 drones, 1 magnetic. One magnetic piece. Actually works. Stays on it pretty good. Looks like it's alright. Let's do the other one. Still think it could have. Where did that razor blade go? Razor knife, where are you? There you are. I feel like the magnet on the other side kind of is in the way of the little groove that sets in. Let's see. There we go. That's a little better. Still, it's like stronger than. Well, either way, that's pretty cool. Oh, no wonder it's the wrong way. Stays on there. A lot of the magnets are just like trial still. Because when I start doing the big guys, then I really want to kind of know what I'm doing with them. Because I do have a storm surge also too that I wanted to do the multiple weapons on. So it looks like another group done. Looks like strike force or strike team says. That was all that strike team. Put this box back in the boxes. Quite a few pieces left on here though. Kind of gathering that's part of it. You're gonna have a lot of pieces left for certain ones, especially when they have like 2 different types for the box, like these guys have. I'll try to use them for something later, I think. This head's got to go in the other one. So this is the strike team. Strike team and the heads. I want to make sure I get that head put in a container. I've been putting them all in containers. Yeah, this is the one. This is the breacher group. I want to make sure it's the right one. 4, 5, 6, 7. All the heads are in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no, they aren't. Yep, so this is the breacher squad here. Breacher squad. Stealth. And this is like one of the guys, like a main guy. Yeah, that's the other. That's why I bought these guys, because then, like, then I'll have the strike team a breacher team right here. These are stealth suit guys, and this other guy, I forgot who he was. He's like a figure. Cadra, and then this is a breacher. This one is the other Pathfinder. Tank driver, ship driver, the ship driver, commander, and then a bunch of drones. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Yeah, it's gonna be some serious stuff, definitely. Especially when I get done with the rest of the stuff I'm gonna build. Oh yeah, well I bought the whole set. Like, I just figured I'd buy the whole set at one time, and the cost was like roughly like $2 something a bottle then, if I bought the whole thing. Otherwise you buy them for like $3 something a piece, $4 something a piece. So, and like I said, I was already painting D&D stuff for a while, and that was before I got the speed paints. Well, when you start getting turned to an old person, you realize you can spend money on things you probably shouldn't. As long as it doesn't put you in the poorhouse. I'm just gonna throw these guys in this container for now. All right. Right now, I think it's only like 700. This group right here, this one I just built, was only 100. So it's not too many points for that. But the combat patrol, I think the combat patrol comes out to be like 460 or something like that. And then with the stealth thing is only like 50. So yeah, it's like maybe 700 something. But I have the rest of the army still. Like, I literally do have I bought all the stuff to make up to a 2,000 point army, basically. My buddy did the same, pretty much. And our goal is to have our stuff kind of ready by January. The next one's gonna be this guy. I can't wait. Yeah, the paint set I got are decent. Like, these Vallejo ones I like a lot for a lot of the small detail stuff, and then all the speed paints, having a variety of them, it's kind of nice. I also have, like, because I was painting some of my sculptures, doing like the cheaper paints, like the Walmart acrylics. And I made a box that hangs down. My neighbor made a box that hangs down. Been kind of into crafts and stuff a lot for a while. Kind of decided I want to start sharing my stuff more, you know. But I appreciate you guys coming by and watching and chilling out, hanging out for a little bit here. I think I'm Gonna set this aside. I'm gonna go and take a little break here. Get some fresh air. I'm gonna go with the dog for a little bit. Yeah, me and my friend are like trying to just be able to have fun, you know, and hang out, play another game. And I want to just share my streaming so I can get my art stuff back and swing of things. That's why I appreciate you guys coming by and watching and hanging out. You guys all have a great day. If I come back on, stop by if you see me. You guys can follow or subscribe or do whatever you want. It's all cool. Not, that's also cool. But everybody out there, have a great day. Thank you for stopping by Mind Drops, where my minds drops, get out.